This is your average Joe Utah sports fan podcast. The NBA fined the Utah Jazz $500,000 for conduct it deemed detrimental to the league. Are you kidding me? This is wildly absurd. This is coming from Adam Silver and the same folks at the NBA who allowed the trade from the Dallas Mavericks to the Lakers of one Luca Doncic at the 11th hour when nobody else was hearing anything and no other offers could be made on the table. That trade. And what's even more absurd, for that very trade, the Mavericks were rewarded the number one draft lottery pick last year, which ended up being Cooper Flagg, the most prized draft pick. Are you kidding me? It was one of the most shady deals. And the Jazz are getting fined $500,000 because the NBA is saying that this was about a lack of integrity. Come on, NBA. They're saying, wow, the Jazz were not playing star players like Lauri Markkanen enough minutes, or Jaren Jackson Jr. enough minutes. So now you've got the NBA micromanaging how many minutes players are playing. They're doing the coach's job for them. Come on, get out of here. That's not your job. That's the job of the coach. So the Jazz are doing something other teams haven't done when they're trying to tank. They're actually playing the star players. They're playing them for a good portion of the game. So when fans go to the games, they actually get to watch the star players play for a good portion of the game. So they're getting their money's worth. When other teams have tried to tank, they go and the star players are noticeably absent. Oh my gosh, this is causing the NBA heartburn, apparently. Heartburn that they would rather have star players not be there on the court playing the game. They would rather that these star players have some sort of phony report saying that they're sick or that their back hurts. And so when people show up, they don't get to watch the star players. That's what they'd rather have the Jazz do when they're trying to tank. Oh my goodness. But we know that this is not what's really going on. What the NBA is really upset about is betting. Yes, that's the bottom line here. We got companies like FanDuel and DraftKings who they don't know what's going on ahead of time, right? If you're going to place bets, you have to have that information ahead of the games. And so when they don't know if Lauri Markkanen or Jaren Jackson Jr. are going to be out ahead of time, and if they actually say that they're going to play and then they play for a little while and then suddenly they're pulled out, they don't know how to have bets placed within the game. So it loses these companies money. And guess what? These companies are sponsoring the NBA. And so this was hurting their bottom line. And we can't have that, can we? So they start complaining to the NBA. Well, first they go through other channels, which is ESPN, and ESPN is partners with the NBA. And so they put it out there and the national media saying, oh, the Jazz are so bad. The Jazz shouldn't be doing this, hoping that the Jazz take the hint. Well, the Jazz didn't take the hint. So finally, the Jazz had to get hit overtly with a $500,000 fine so that they could stop the madness. These betting companies wouldn't lose money. Heaven forbid. It's not like they're making money hand over fist, but I guess we have to come back to reality where they're just making more and more money. So congratulations, Adam Silver. I guess we've got what we really wanted, is that everything is going to go back to how it was, where we've got the Jazz coming up with these phony reports where Lauri Markkanen has, some sort of black lung disease. And we know now that Jaren Jackson Jr. actually has a legit benign tumor in his knee, so he's going to have knee surgery. So there you go. The Jazz are going to do it the way it's always been done so that these betting companies know ahead of time how they can propose their bets and they can make their money. So We have to applaud you. Way to go, NBA. We know it's not about the integrity. We know it's about the bottom line. You're going to make money. So there you have it. The money is going to continue to roll in. Kudos to you, NBA. Thanks for listening to your average Joe Utah sports fan podcast. Feel welcome to leave a comment. Please hit like and subscribe, as that will help the channel grow.